Coming up.
What the f***? No way.
Wait, what? What's that? That's the statue of an owl, bro.
This is cool.
Yeah, looks like he's filming it with GoPro. Fleet of UFOs flying across the moon. Yeah, they gotta be far away, because if normally, because some people would say like these are mosquitoes, dog. If it was a mosquito, it would become big. For example, like take a look at this finger, right? If I bring closer to the camera, this is what happens. So let's say if a mosquito was here, this is how big it would look like. It would be big like that. It would completely take over the camera. They have to be far, far away, and they have to be big to be able to for us to spot it. And I don't think they're planes either, because no aviation lights, completely dark spots, and there seems like that they're kind of close. They're going information, moving information. Like and subscribe if you're brand new.
Started here, and then he flew and curved down this way.
UFO performs sharp maneuver after the laser pointer directly hits craft.
Oh, here's another one right here.
This one, right?
You see him?
Oh
Flying
my god.
right over our heads.
That's fast.
Pointing
That
it
is
right at him.
extremely fast.
And now he's
Holy.
turning.
Ooh,
Yeah.
flashed.
Yeah, you see him?
Yeah, it just flashed.
Wow.
I'm lasering at him, and he's curving.
6,000 years,
Wow.
mankind has been trying to
Terrence Howard talks about a 6,000-year-old secret. Okay.
decipher this one little thing called the flower of life. Have you guys ever seen this before? Now, you know this is one of the oldest symbols in human history, right? This symbol was found in the Temple of Osiris in Egypt, and it had been molecularly burned into the wall. And it's 6,000 years old. This same symbol has been found in the forbidden temples in China, sitting under the
Crazy.
Fufu dogs. And the foot on it, the flower of life, saying whoever controlled that flower of life controlled the universe. There were secrets in that flower of life that Da Vinci spent his whole life trying to uncover. There were secrets in that flower of life that Newton spent his whole life in secret trying to uncover. The same secrets that Pythagoras was desperately trying to uncover. But the problem was they kept seeing this in a two-dimensional space. They couldn't get it out of this two-dimensional frame, and as a result, they got stuck in this plane, a flat plane. Now, what Da Vinci and
Okay,
all
I'm like way too stupid to understand this though. Any of you getting it?
them what wanted
If you understand, definitely let me know what this all means, bro. I
to
don't.
do, they were trying to find a way to bring this flower to life, because what is inside of it? Well, apparently, there were secrets inside of it. Shapes, they got the Merkaba and all of those other things out of it. But they were misled by something I think called a straight line. You guys believe in straight lines? You believe there's straight lines in the universe? Well, let me hit you with something. All energy
snap.
in the universe is expressed in what? It's in motion. If something is still, there's no energy. Kinetic, right? All motion is expressed in what? You look at galaxies. Are they expressed in straight lines?
Nope.
Expressed in vortices. All vortices are expressed in what? Waves.
Waves.
All waves are
Yeah,
curved.
makes sense.
Show me
makes
a
sense.
straight line in nature. You show me where the platonic solids come from. Where do they have their foundations in our universe? Are there any straight lines? If you look at anything, there are no straight lines. That's been the mistake.
This is me right now, bro. This is me like, wow, bro, that's crazy.
been looking at these straight lines, this Euclidean way of thinking, and missing the curvature of nature. So here we are, back with the curvature of nature, and you have all these little pieces. Now, this has always been an information system. So compare some of these points, take a point here, and say, well, what's the space in between all of these things? Now, they've said that all the in-between spaces, if this is the Earth and this is the moon right here, all this in-between space is filled with what? A void. There's nothing in the void. Well, I found that there is something in the void.
Oh my
The
god.
elementary fundamental particles that they've been searching for at the CERN Collider, the Hadron Collider in CERN, I found that their energy signatures matched perfectly to some of the pieces that I was able to pull out of here.
What is happening with Sun? This is real footage taken on November. I did hear about it, that it was I'm not sure what the term is to describe, but there's a hole in the sun. They actually talk about it, and I believe the wind gust you call it, or the sun gust. Basically, it's sending the waves at us. You know what I mean?
There's different things that I've been filming.
Object which accelerates, stops, looks at a satellite, then moves on. Yeah, they probably saw, well, yeah, humans are kind of dumb, so there's no way, there's no point in stopping. Let's just keep on moving.
Filming in the sky. You know, there's different types of objects, different types of light orbs.
Okay, so this is satellite. Yeah, look at how just in one direction it's moving, right? It's moving in one direction, and this one is just waving around, like going around. Let's play that again.
You know, there's different.
Okay, what's that? What's this? What's this? This is also moving. Maybe that's another satellite or something. Let's run that back.
That I've been filming in the sky. You know, there's different types of objects, different types of light orbs and weird phenomena.
Yeah, it's moving alongside it. Okay, I actually saw a flash. Maybe that's a plane.
These things in this video you can see are some sort of light orbs, and what my
They
belief
just
is
moved away.
They're, well, I don't know if it's a belief yet, it's just a theory, is that they are partially materialized craft or beings of some kind, probably craft. And why I think they're partially materialized is because they only show up as light. If you watch the documentary Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, or listen to any of the Stephen Greer stuff, this is like mentioned.
How many of you know about Stephen Greer?
In this podcast I was recently listening to, that when these beings visit Earth.
I guess we have an international security breach. What year they're gonna reveal it though? I mean, you know, we actually heard of that David Grush guy, but nothing really come out of that though. Yeah, I mean, it's good that he talked about it. Some believe him, some don't believe him. Others are like, he's actually an implant. He's a government spy. He's just telling us what the government's telling, what the government want us to know. He's a government spy. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. But I don't know, man. When are we gonna get more information on that?
They more often than not will not fully materialize into a solid craft. Like,
this guy just snuck into the Bohemian Grove a few days ago. It talks about something called the Moloch ritual. Hey, yo, what? Still not fully familiar with Bohemian Grove. I heard of this, but I don't know what. I mean, I heard some stuff, but I'm not sure whether it's to do with this or something else.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's the owl statue.
Yo, that was the first clip. Yeah, we saw that right in the beginning. So yeah, we got the owl.
No way.
Man. If you guys are new here, like and subscribe, guys.
This is cool.
I'll keep you in the loops with everything. This is the top
that's
content
hollow.
we have here, boys.
They need to fill this pond up.
Man, it's just pitch dark, pitch black.
They do. Yeah, that's the owl.
I need to Google and
Bunch of
find out
ferns
where
are
exactly it
growing.
is. Oh, now the lights are bright. I think he hit up. Okay, yeah, he turned it off. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so they got electricity here. Maybe some graves. Why do I feel like that something's just gonna jump out of nowhere?
This is what I wanted to see.
I need to look deeper into it. I heard of it, but not like super caught up on it yet. Oh my god.
Oh, no way.
What? Famous Metapod UAP video stabilized, remains undebunked, possible occupant within. Yo, yeah, I remember this clip though. We saw it a long time ago actually. I remember this. It's just bizarre. It feels like that there's... And it's turning. It has the shape of an ear. They try to stabilize it, but... And we got a good look at it too with a zoom in. And it's very far away. So this guy has to have... I don't think he has a phone cam. I think he has a decent camera, or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is a phone camera. Not the best quality, but still is better than a lot of the videos that I've seen. You feel what I'm saying? Pod UFO altitude drop. Yeah, it's dropping. And it has some sort of light that's flashing in it too. Pod UFO restabilized rotation. Crazy, man. Holy. Yeah, you saw that like orb inside that kind of moved as well. Rotation direction change. Yeah, now it's it's counterclockwise. Now it's moving counterclockwise. Or not, is it moving counter or clockwise? I think it's clockwise. Okay, I'm getting confused right now. Okay, so it's moving on the other side. Horizontal, got that horizontal movement. Damn. I mean, I would like to believe, because they, if Bob Lazar is speaking the truth, right? I think he is, but let's be real, right? If Bob Lazar is speaking the truth and what he tells us is true, because, you know, years, or I should say decades ago, when he was working at Area 51, they were reverse engineering these crafts. If that is true, I would like to believe that us humans have developed that technology too, that can actually float like this and move around silently. And faster than the planes as well, for sure. I mean, we have those military jets for moving faster than the planes. That's for sure, but I'm talking beyond that, right? Like something like this. I would like to believe that we have that technology after all those years, if what he said was true. Pod UFO occupant close-up images. Yeah, something moved inside, right? Like it felt like it. There was like a black orb. Now this is a light. Yeah, this one right here, this one. I thought this moved a little bit, as though like a person would just move like this from left to right, you know what I mean? From left to right. Damn. You still cannot make out of anything here. You still cannot make out anything. I don't even know what I'm looking at, you know? But it does feel like that this is a pod, like glass window. And you know, you constantly hear stories that how in the world that, because we hear that sometimes the UFO crash, right? Like we hear that. So you're telling me that they actually traveled from galaxy to galaxy only to crash on planet Earth? Yes, there are suckers that actually talk about it and think through it. It makes kind of sense, right? Like, damn, though, they actually move from galaxy to galaxy only to crash on our planet. The true origin of humanity. Oh snap!
Our purpose on Earth, if it's true. Y'all couldn't stop asking me about it, so here you go. Who are... I can't even say it. Who are the Anunnaki? Simple terms, they're the true OG creation myth as recorded by the ancient Sumerians, who are widely regarded as the first ever civilization in history. Predating even the Egyptians, the Sumerians existed about 6,000 years ago. And in 1849, our whole understanding of ancient history was shattered when 14 tablets over 4,000 years old were uncovered in their region of Mesopotamia. Y'all ready for this one? Because these tablets pretty much explain our purpose on Earth in the most clear-cut way possible. This is the story of the Anunnaki, the Eridu Genesis. So, 445,000 years ago, yes, I said that number correctly, supposed creator gods came to Earth in search of resources. The Anunnaki, whose name can be taken to mean those from which heaven to Earth came. They came from another world called Nibiru, one that visits Earth every 3,600 years, ruled by their king Anu. Now here's the first red flag. Another planet visiting ours this infrequently is impossible, right? Not according to NASA. In fact, they've been finding evidence of this planet for years. Except they call it Planet X.
For the longest amount of time, yeah, I heard of it as Planet X, Nibiru, that it's gonna be one day crashing into our planet. But this brother got like a different story altogether, though. Oh, shit. He says that they created all of you suckers out there. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy, bro.
Or Planet 9, and many top-ranking researchers analyzed data and pretty much all but confirmed its existence. And the reason we can't see it is because its orbit looks like this: a super elongated path around the sun that only gets gets close to Earth every 3,600 years. And we know orbits like this are physically possible, as they've observed in other exoplanets. Anyway, story goes on to say that living conditions on Nibiru deteriorated and became hostile. So the Anunnaki came down to Earth for some goods, specifically water and gold, which apparently helps restore their planet's health. Now, it might just be a coincidence, but gold is actually used in modern spacecraft to shield from radiation, so were the Sumerians aware of that? They established a base on Earth.
Holy, and if I'm not mistaken, right, like the gold actually came from space, right? That's what we heard. It actually crashed into Earth from asteroid. That's kind of like what I heard. I could be wrong, or maybe I'm mixing this with another story I heard or something. I gotta Google and fact check me. Don't take it as gospel or anything, but that's what I heard. I feel like, yeah, that's what I gotta Google.
It's called Eridu, made for collecting these resources in the Persian Gulf. They send down Enki, Anu's son, to lead this expedition and rule over Eridu. With him, he brought the Igigi, another race of demigods who were essentially their slaves to gather the gold and water they needed. Now, the Igigi...
Okay, so, I mean, this is what it says. We all know gold is mined from the ground, but have you ever wondered? You guys see? Okay, no, you guys don't see fully. Let's see. Okay, this is probably the most I can show. But have you ever wondered how it got here? Got there? Surprisingly, gold is most likely from outer space. Oh shit! Oh shit! Formed in the hearts of dying stars and propelled across the galaxy by supernova explosions before crashing into pre-mortal Earth almost 4 billion years ago. So we believe it's from outer space, it's just that we don't know 100%, I think.
We're down bad after 250,000 years of slave labor with little rewards. So they revolted but lost, and now the Anunnaki had no workers. So Anu orders Enki to create a new slave race, intelligent yet obedient. Enki combines his essence with the species of cave-dwelling savages that exist on Earth at this time. That would be Homo erectus, our prehistoric ancestors. And through this process, he created humans, us. Homo sapiens. Now this combining of essence is taken to be interpreted as genetic engineering. Sounds absolutely ridiculous, I know, but y'all remember Bob Lazar? The whistleblower on all that UFO, space tech, and aliens, which literally all turned out to be true? Just listen to what he had to say about certain classified documents regarding genetic engineering.
Oh my god, yeah. Man, the story is definitely fascinating, it's interesting, it's intriguing as well, but don't believe in crap like that, guys. But what if it's true? What if it's true? I mean, I guess this is why these mysteries are entertaining, right?
Extremely classified document dealing with religion, and it's about that tech. Saying basically that we're a product of genetic engineering from someone. Yeah. How can you just swallow that whole?
I don't know about you, but he clearly seemed genuinely uncomfortable talking about this, and I can't think of any reason he'd have to lie about it. So in the tablets, they called this new...
Yeah, yo, what if we really are, right? Like, damn, that's insane. That's an insane thought. Insane thought. And when you factor in, right, like if you didn't know, like chicken, it actually comes from T-Rex. Oh shit! Yeah, I heard that. I was kind of blown away, right? This is why chicken, have you ever noticed, like, we hear this, right? T-Rex had those, like, T-Rex kind of arms like that, right? This is why chicken don't have it, or have, like, little kind of. So chicken came from T-Rex. We might have come from something or someone as well. Holy, I mean, if that is to be believed.
New species, the first men, translated to Adamu. Now in Hebrew, Adam translates to man. So Adamu was taken to mean men of Adam. Does that name sound familiar to you? Reminder that these tablets were dated to around 2400 BC, a whole 1,000 years before the book of Genesis was first said to be written. These new genetic hybrid humans started working the mines in place of the original Igigi, which in return for their work were educated with the gift of civilization. Language, agriculture, governing, housing, technology, medicine. Some Anunnaki got a little close with the humans and bred with them. Yes, that's exactly what you think it means, and gave birth to giants, even though they were specifically instructed to not procreate with them. At this point, there's a new leader in charge, Enlil, who...
Yeah, this is why I say, guys, don't chase the pom-pom, man. This is what happens. Like, these guys chose to chase the pom-pom, and then this happened.
Enki's brother, and he wasn't having any of this debauchery. But no biggie, because he had a population control plan in place. A cataclysmic event that wipes humanity from the Earth, said to be caused by Nibiru's gravitational effect on Earth, aka the Great Flood. How convenient. Enlil took this opportunity to dip back to Nibiru so that Earth can be rid of all these unworthy inhabitants. The translations claim that Enlil and his crew left in their celestial boats that took them to the sky and circled Earth. Hey, that sounds like spaceships, rockets, and orbits to me. But Enki felt more sympathy, so he instructed some chosen humans to build boats so they can survive the flood. Noah's Ark, anyone? The flooding lasted for 7 days. Yet another creation.
Yeah, 2012 was an amazing movie. I watched it like multiple times already. Like I rewatched it like a couple of months ago, and I usually watch it like every now and then. It's a very good movie. Very good movie.
Story told by almost every other culture of our past. There is countless proof of this intense flooding all around the world, but that's a rabbit hole for another time. The small number of humans that survived the flood started to rebuild civilization. Enki and other Anunnaki helped them rebuild in all corners of the earth, which is said to have given rise to the pyramids, megaliths, and advanced masonry techniques that we see all over the world. And eventually they left Earth and they had one civilization that was more advanced than the rest. This were the Sumerians. This exact story is even told in the Atrahasis of the Akkadians and the Enuma Elish from the Babylonians. Now this is where it gets trippy. The Anunnaki appointed kings, humans that acted as their representatives on Earth to make sure that the people still lived under their control, whose ruling authority would be passed down every generation in what would become the elite class as we know today. You know, Rothschilds, Illuminati, royal family, Freemasons, whatever you want to call it. And it's how they continue to rule Earth for thousands of years to this day from a planet far ass away. Basically, the story claims that we're a genetically engineered species that were designed.
Dog, if only these suckers had cameras back in the days, bro, we would have captured all that, man. If only we had cameras back then, we wouldn't be like relying on that crap, to be honest. I mean, to be honest, nowadays we have AI, so you don't even know what's real, what's not real anymore, right? Like in terms of videos, and going forward, that's gonna be the trend. But oh my god, like thoughts like that, stories like that, extremely intriguing, very, very fascinating, and it makes you think, right? Like, what if? But now I don't want to believe in that crap, though.
Designed as slaves to serve a ruling class. And we really do see this slave master paradigm all throughout history. Up until the last couple hundred years, I
mean, some of the stories are, I mean, makes kind of sense. It's logical, especially like this story, but...
The entire world population was divided into a peasant class and an upper class of royals, nobles, the rulers, kings, emperors, shoguns, and the plebs they rule over. But today, things are different. Or are they? Did the peasant class just become the modern day working class, and the ruling class now work behind the scenes in an attempt to give us the illusion of freedom?
Damn, yeah, I mean, listen, man, oh my god. Guys, click on this video on the screen. You know, this is an amazing video. Click on it, and I'll see you right there. This is the last episode that we did.